So Bailey, looking at the first half right now, what do you think were the key successes to their amazing success in the first half of the Knights?
So far, it's really just been a balanced effort. Menlo came out, they attacked a lot of the turnover-prone players like Crystal Springs. They made plays and they got quick and easy baskets. They got a lot of layups, a few three-pointers. Just typical Menlo basketball. Coach Keith Larson has really kind of set them up really well to play well in this game. And of course, Menlo is 6-0 in league play, probably going to be 7-0 in league play. So the Knights are a great team. They're well coached and they're on pace for success this season. And we've seen nothing less than that tonight.
Absolutely, and they're about to begin play in 15 seconds. And we're about to begin the second half as Hayden Pegley will inbound it to Joe Foley. Starting lineup is out there. It's Pegley, Foley, Tevis, Woodson, and Brown.
Typical starting lineup for the Menlo Knights. I expect this for about 2 to 3 minutes where I expect to see the Knights go pretty deep in their bench as this makes off the last 16 minutes. Top of the key out to Foley. Oh yeah, maybe. Foley down low to Woodson. Woodson out to Pegley. Pegley out to Joe Foley is going to reset things from the top of the key. Shot clock winding down. 5 seconds left. Screen from Woodson. Foley launches it from long range. That's no good. Crystal Springs with the rebound.
That was not the Knights team we were used to seeing in the first half, but it's early. We'll see what they do later on in the half.
Certainly not. Foley seemed to waste a little bit of time out there, but overall great game. Ram tucks up a long three and it's no good. Aaron Woodson with the rebound and he loses it. Woodson has put a force on the glass this season. He gets another one to add to his stat power.
So Pegley will be the point guard on this play as he looks to Tevis and to Foley. He's going to pass it over to Woodson, though. Woodson's at the top of the key. Looking for some options. Sees Brown. Brown's on the right side. Having trouble making some passes right now, but it's back over to Foley now. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Sees Tevis. Tevis is going to go and drive. He is almost there. Goes up for it, and it is no good. The layup is missed. Back to 24 as 24 goes back onto their side.
Looks like Menlo's taking a lot of time on their offensive possessions, trying to get a lot of passes in and force shots. Coach Keith Larson emphasizes a lot as Ram goes up. He's been the leading force on Crystal's offense, although not much to be said. Having 16 points so far at the 6-minute mark in the first quarter.
Joe Foley looks over to Hayden Pegley. Pegley's going over to Joe Foley, and the pass is missed. It was similar to a shot, but it was not.
So Ram is top of the key for the Crystal offense. Screen there by number 4. Pick and roll. And it's no good. Something that Crystal's done a lot. And they've gotten the free throw line a few times. Number 4 gets there once again. Go off from what I was able to say about Woodson on the glass. He is averaging 11.9 rebounds per game, which is pretty significant considering that Joe Foley is second in the 5-point lead. So Woodson absolutely dominating the glass so far, and that's been something, in addition to his 14.8 points per game, which has been absolutely instrumental for Menlo's success throughout the season. And there's one more for Woodson, who Aaron Woodson by his peers for his frequent dunks and a lot of critical games.
If you'd like to see some of Aaron Woodson's dunks, you can go to the Coat of Arms in 2 weeks as senior reporter Jack McNally will be covering the dunks in a lot of detail. Pegley gets it up to Tevis gets it up to Pegley, and Pegley's at the top of the key right now as he's looking for some options. Sees Brown on the right side. Goes over to Tevis back again. Tevis to Pegley. Considers the three. Instead drives and takes the layup, and it is good. It's good. And the score is 52-16 right now. Knights.
He's another senior who's dominant in football. First team all-league quarterback and taking pounds in the basketball court. He's made a pretty significant impact throughout the season as well, putting 2 more on the board. Turnover by Crystal Springs. Looks like Pegley's inbound. It's starting 5 still on the floor. 4:58 remaining in the third quarter, but looks like that probably will change in the coming minutes.
Knights offense is really taking their time with each possession, as they should be. It's one of Larson's. It shows how much Larson understands the game. He realizes that with this big of a lead, they don't need to rush. Tevis will take some free throws right here. It's great practice, as free throws are one of the key elements of the game. He makes it. It's 55-16 Knights.
4 minutes and 27 seconds remain in this third quarter. Foley with the rebound now. Foley taking it up to Menlo and again using all the time that they have on the shot clock. Tiger gets the ball back. Out to Foley. Foley for three, and it's no good. Rebound by Brown, though. A couple nice offensive rebounds in the last couple of possessions. Doing a great job to keep plays alive, which is something that Larson also heavily emphasizes. Down low, Woodson, who chooses not to make this one, 6 and 2. Just as good on the scoreboard. It's 57-16 in favor of the Menlo Knights.
I think it's important to recognize that Crystal Springs is certainly not a weak team, actually. I think the Knights are just having a superb game. I think that they're going to have a great season the rest of the year. This score does not reflect their actual ability.
We all expected the Menlo Knights to win this game, but they came out with the first 24 points of this game are continuing to play extremely well with 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So yeah, Menlo certainly a force to be reckoned with in the West Bay Athletic League. En route to their 7th consecutive league victory and their 10th overall win.
So Tevis will inbound it to Joe Foley. As Gold and Evan King are about to come in.
King, another two-sport athlete who over 1,350 receiving yards. This highlight reel one that will be attending UC Berkeley to play football. It's a rough time.
That was a mistake. So Joe Foley gets the ball and he looks back over. He sees Hayden Pegley. They're going to reset the play with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and it goes over to Joe Foley. Nope, never mind. He's about to. 3 seconds left. Shot goes up. It's no good. Riley Woodson with the rebound. Gets it back over to Joe Foley. Joe Foley goes up for the layup, and it is good.
Crystal taking it up a score 59-16 with 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Foley to Brown. Working it around the perimeter. Foley's got an open shot. He's going to pass it up. Knights continuing to pass the ball around. And a cut from Foley, and he finishes on a nice pass from Tevis. And Menlo's going to call a timeout. It looks like they're going to be subbing in Gold and King with 1:57 left in the third quarter after the break.
Fantastic effort, though, by the Knights. And Bailey, as you were mentioning, Evan King is a true athlete and one that Menlo's going to look back on fondly. He's developed as a player, that's for sure. I think that over the last 4 years, he's grown about 7 to 8 inches, and nobody would have expected to see him be so dominant in not only basketball but also football as well. It's exciting to see him out there. And right now the lineup's looking like this. It's going to be Evan King, Jack Gold, Ty Corley, Sam Fortenbaugh, and Kevin Chen.
Yeah, so Corley, Fortenbaugh, and Chen getting back in there for the second time this game. Fortenbaugh had 5 points in the first half. Corley and Chen, I do not believe, were able to get on the scoreboard, but a couple big opportunities for them coming up in these last 10 minutes for them to make their mark on the score sheet in this game. So Fortenbaugh on defense on the point guard. Good D by Fortenbaugh, forces the miss. Jack Gold with the rebound. Evan King running an up-tempo offense, and he's going to slow it down a little bit here and take it back up to the top of the key. Back out to Fortenbaugh to slow it down. And Looks like even with this new Menlo lineup, they're still going to try to emphasize slowing it down and trying to wait pretty deep in the shot clock before getting a shot off. Down low to Chen, a nice cut. Chen puts it up and in, and the score is 63-16 in favor of Menlo now as Chen gets himself on the scoreboard.
Number 10 for the Crystal Springs team is point guard on this play. Gets it over to number 32 on a tip pass, and Kevin Chen has the ball. Tosses it over to Sam Fortenbaugh, who goes up for the layup, and it's blocked. It's blocked by number 10. There's a foul on the play, and Sam Fortenbaugh is going to take 2 free throws.
So Kevin Chen on the JV team last year, he had his season derailed by a concussion, but this year he's back on the court and he's making a big impact. And him and Fortenbaugh in 2 years should be the ones leading the Menlo basketball program, and next year expect for them to contribute in a pretty big way as well. So Fortenbaugh at the top of the key running the Menlo offense, as has been the norm over the last couple minutes. Looks like that'll be a moving screen on Chen, and it'll be Crystal ball with 45.8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Jumper from Crystal Springs is in off a friendly bounce, and it'll be 64-18 as Fortenbaugh, with 29 seconds in the third quarter, will likely hold the ball for this final possession.
Tosses over to Evan King as Evan King's got 18 seconds left in the quarter. Over to Sam Fortenbaugh, and Sam Fortenbaugh's evaluating his options. Calls the play. Ty Coley puts a screen on him. Sam Fortenbaugh goes up for it, and he misses the toss-up. 2 seconds left. Number 10 goes for the 3, and he misses it. The air ball, and the third quarter is over. It's 64-18 Knights.
So a good quarter for Menlo. While they only put up 14, the emphasis on that quarter was to get some plays run and to make sure that they were controlling the game and had the advantage in time of possession more. So they did a good job in that regard and got a few effective close-range shots in. Some nice cuts by Foley and Chen there with a highlight of a pretty stellar third quarter. So going into the fourth quarter, a 46-point lead for Menlo as they look to probably give their starters a break for some upcoming big games that they have in the next coming weeks. And it looks like they're going to probably give some of their bench players a big opportunity to shine here. So speaking of some games that they have coming up, they've got Woodside Priory on the 27th of January, which will be this Friday night. So Priory, a pretty solid team in the West Bay Athletic League, and then they've got Eastside College Prep and Kings Academy, all 3 home games, so on the 27th, the 31st, and then the 2nd of February. So 3 big games that will determine Menlo's fate in the West Bay Athletic League. Right now they're 7-0, assuming that they pull out the win in this game. They have an opportunity to improve to 10-0 if they continue to play this stellar basketball.
Bailey and I will be calling the game against Eastside Prep on the 31st of January, so feel free to tune into that. Should be a great game, and we should be there for the entire game, unlike the 3 quarters we're calling today.
Certainly, and we expect that game will be probably a little bit closer as some of these next 3 teams, all 3 of these teams I should say, are legitimate contenders in the West Bay Athletic League. Crystal Springs has some talent on their team, but I think that as far as teams in this league go, they're probably somewhere near the cellar.
Kevin Chen over to Sam Fortenbaugh. Sam Fortenbaugh sees Ty Corley, but passes it back to Jack Gold, who takes a 3, and it is no good. Ty Corley goes for the rebound, but number 3 for the Crystal Springs gets it. Number 13 for Crystal Springs is starting the play, gets it over to number 3 for Crystal Springs, who goes up for the layup, and it is good. 2 points for Crystal Springs, and the score is 64-20 Knights.
So Fortenbaugh continuing to take the ball up with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Menlo's preparing to sub in a couple of juniors, Jojo Bachechi-Clark and R.D. Baviera. Cooley at the top of the key, out to King. King to Gold. Gold with the pump fake, takes it up, and can't finish as Crystal gets the ball on the defensive rebound.
The 24 for Crystal Springs will begin the play for them. Gets it over to number 10. 10, and it's tipped by Evan King. Evan King saves the ball, but number 10 gets it from the... Ty Corley blocks the shot. Joining us now is Mia Vandermeer, one of the star volleyball players for the Knights.
Yeah, so it looks
volleyball
like
team.
24 is going to take a free throw shot.
That's right. Thank you
Let's
so
see what
much
he
for that.
does with this.
Now, do you think he's going to make it or miss it?
I think he's going to miss, honestly. I'm not feeling good vibes right now.
Well, he made it, so you're wrong.
You know what? I got to go.
Well, thank you so much for that wonderful contribution, Mia. As always, one of the... All right, we're going to have Grace King do the second free throw. Grace, do you think you're going to make it or miss it? All right, the prediction is miss it, and it's made. It's
0
made.
for 2 on our
You're
guest
wrong.
speakers so far. We're going to need a new batch next game.
But it's good for Crystal Springs because he just added 2 to the board. The score is 64-22 Knights.
And Babiera no good, but Chen on the rebound, can't get it to go. A nice job by Babiera to get the board over a couple taller guys. Something that he does very well. Out to Chen to Bachechi Clark. Out to Fortenbaugh. It's still 20 seconds on the shot clock after the nice rebound. And Babiera turns it over.
So number 3 with an amazing juke, and he does not make the layup.
A nice aggressive move by number 3, who's really done a good job getting to the hoop in this fourth quarter. Got a couple of points so far in this game, or in this quarter, I should say.
Let's see what Ty Corley does here. And he takes the 3. Oh, he misses it slightly. A surprise move by the star center for the team.
Yeah, Corley, another one of those 2 sport athletes we mentioned. Second team All-League for his contributions to the offensive and defensive line. He was a hound out there on the defensive line in particular. Did a great job playing essentially every snap for the football team and getting a chance to take his talent to the basketball court in this game as well. Speaking of Corley, there's a nice job going on the floor for that rebound. And
Ty Corley's working out there, and you got to respect that. As somebody who doesn't get on the floor that much for basketball, he really shows how much he cares about the game. I wouldn't be surprised if he started next year. What do you think, Bailey?
I mean, I think they got a lot of talent on this team, a lot of returning talent, so I think that's maybe not a super reasonable prediction, but I think Corley certainly will make an effort for the football, basketball, and the baseball teams in his ultimate year as a Menlo Knight.
Well, I'll bet on it.
And errant pass by Chen is stolen, but then Bachechi Clark does a good job to get it back. Goes up, and he is rejected. No foul called. He was looking for one, but didn't get the call. It's an up-tempo offense from Ram, and he can't get it to go. And it'll be crystal ball. To a little bit of confusion after the play there. So 64-25 with a little bit more than 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. And just a reminder to tune in next week on January 31st as Menlo will take on Eastside College Prep, who, led by star guard Aaron Kaysen, is a pretty great team in this league. They lost to Menlo by 16 earlier in the season, but it was a 40-point effort by Joe Foley.
So Ty Corley got a rebound on JoJo's missed 3, and he made the layup. Fantastic effort by him. Number 24 for Crystal Springs goes up for the 3, and he misses that as well. Sam Portenbaugh with the rebound. He's gonna take his time on this. He's not gonna rush it. He's looking around for his options. Sees Kevin Chen to the left of him, but he's not gonna pass it over. He's gonna drive to JoJo Clark, back over to Kevin Chen. Kevin Chen to Artie Babiera. Back over to Sam Portenbaugh to Kevin Chen. To Ty Corley, who's gonna take the 3, and it's no good. Boy, Ty Corley is really relying on that 3. It seems very not like him.
You know, pickup basketball this last week, he wasn't so effective from beyond the arc, and it seems like those struggles are continuing here, although he's done a great job on the glass, both in pickup and on the court in this game. So, as we wind down in this game, 2 minutes remaining, I think it's important to note that so far Menlo, with their 3 star offensive players, have done a great job so far in this game. Riley Woodson, Thomas Brown, and Joe Foley. Not a lot of playing time in this game considering the score, but all 3 of them got Menlo on top early, and then now they've turned it over as some other players have made an impact late in this game.
Crystal Springs, number 24, took the 3, and he made it. 67-28 right now with 1 minute 19 seconds left in the game.
So good job by Thornbaugh so far in this game, being pretty calm at point guard. A lot of times you see in a young point guard the ability to, or kind of the desire to make too many plays and try to do too much with the ball, and he hasn't done that. He's run the offense effectively. He's gotten some points as Buchechi Clark misses a three there, but so far some of these guys who don't get a whole lot of chances in certain situations, these guys have done a good job today. Kevin Chen taking it to the hoop, and he gets it to go. Another example is Chen, averaging about 1.5 points per game, has 4 in today's game. And again, Chen and Thornbaugh, two players who Menlo looks to be very successful in their future. Foul called on Corley with 35 seconds remaining in this game.
For those viewers who are curious, we will be live streaming next game against Eastside Prep. We will not be streaming Woodside Priory's game, however, which is on Friday. So feel free to look forward to that.
Certainly expect to make it out to the Woodside Prairie game and the Eastside game, of course. And if you can't, then we'll have you covered for the Eastside game and potentially for the Kings Academy game on February 2nd as well, where Menlo, with 3 opportunities to assert themselves in the West Bay Athletic League after doing a great job doing so in tonight's victory. So
as this game begins to wind down, it's a win for the Knights, and it was looking like that since the moment the game started. 69-29, Knights over Crystal Springs. Bailey, what are your thoughts on the game?
Good effort from Menlo as a whole. A great job to start the game fast with the first 24 points, and a good job to sustain that effort and control the ball, not try to do too much in the second half. So only 19 points in the second half as a whole, but that was to be expected with such a large lead. So overall, a good job, and Menlo gained a lot from this game, but they'll have a lot more to gain in the next 3 games coming up. All of which are at home, so a lot coming up for Menlo to do.
Absolutely. For Bailey, myself, and the entire Menlo community, we're signing off, and we are excited to talk to you guys for the next game. Thanks a ton.
Thank you for watching.